Hello traders, The title of the video is how to control fear as a technical trader. All right, so unless you are very, very new, all right, probably you haven't yet been afraid in the financial market as a technical trader. But for some of us that have been through the ups and downs of the financial markets, I can recall many times when I was really, really afraid. First, as a beginner technical trader, learning to trade, and also maturing to become a better trader. Even today, sometimes, one can be really afraid, or because of the reaction of the price, or something that is happening, or maybe you open five trades, all right, and they all start working beautifully. All right, you stand up, you went to the kitchen to have your favorite drink, all right, coffee, tea, or whatever it is. And then by the time you come back, you see that, all right, you all change into red. And you wonder what's going on. You see now? So 1 minute is all green, okay, above your entry point, and a few minutes later, they all back, all the trade, five trade, okay, that you have carefully taken, and they all start going up as you were expecting it, putting a big smile in your face. And now they all doing the opposite. And you're wondering, what should I do now? Should I close all the trade and run away or take losses? I can't take losses. And you start asking all those questions and so on and so on. And you have a bit of, those kind of feeling in your stomach, all right, and so on. So it's a fear, that feeling, okay, in your blood, okay. And if you start chewing a lot, all right, you know that you're getting afraid. Well, that's how you know that you start getting afraid. And you start tapping the table like this or doing all kind of things. Or somebody asks you a simple question and say, would you like to hand me that cup there? You say, can't you do it yourself? Now, you know straight away that's a reaction you start getting. You are giving back to somebody else, what is going inside you. Or you check your pulse or your pulse, pulse, or you check your temperature, a bit of heat start coming to your body, you know that you start getting afraid. All right, it is normal. Human being can be afraid. You are not the only one, so just understand that this is normal. Why are we afraid? That's a very good question. Human beings are afraid when the body is signaling or the mind is signaling to us that there is a danger. Sometimes we are afraid because the body is warning us to remember that, oh, similar thing happened before and we end up losing, now we should bail out. So it creates the fear to force you to make to take action. That's what the body is doing. So probably, maybe if you have been losing, suppose you enter the trade last week, you lost, you buy the same financial instrument, you lost again, you take the same thing, you lose again. The fourth time you're going to take it is going to be afraid that you're going to lose. The reason why you're afraid is because the body triggered that fear in you not to do it again because you have lost few times and your mind or your body, whatever you call it, is telling you, this is always ending with a loss. Don't do it. You see, that's the feeling of the fear. Even I can assure you, professional traders go for therapy. Can you believe that? They send them out for therapy because of the fear. A professional trader that have been trading fluently, happily, doing all kind of things, it can come to a point where they have what they call a fear seizure. So the person cannot make decision anymore. It's not it's not that he can't make decision, but he's afraid to make decision. He's stuck into a scenario. So somebody need to help that person out of that situation so the person may be free from the fear. It's a big issue in the financial market, and the fear sometimes can cause traders to make irrational decisions. So you have to understand that trading is not emotional matter, all right? It's not also about confidence. No emotion and no confidence. It's all about being rational and God being on your side or having a bit of luck. That's it. You need a bit of luck. Okay, you want to be rational, and you need a bit of luck. All the professional will tell you the same thing. You need a bit of luck, or God to be on your side. All right, a bit of okay, other people working in your favor. So when you buy, people are buying, and then the price goes up. When you sell, people are selling, and it goes down. All right, you are timing it, but you cannot afford to make irrational decisions for any reason. So that's why when usually traders discover that they are afraid or a previous trade that went horribly wrong is likely to affect the next trade or the next decision or their next behavior. If there is a supervisor or if you are by yourself, you understand what's going on, it's better to shut the computer down, take it from me, just look down for the power button, okay, and just press it hard. That's it. And then next thing, all right, go and find yourself something to drink, all right, coffee, tea, whatever, and just walk away from that place. Did you get it? All right. Find the power button, press it hard, shut it down, and I will leave the place. This is it. Because if there is a danger here, what do they tell people? Go away. Somebody say, "Oh, you need to go. Wait, wait, wait." No, 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 no. Evacuate. Just leave the place. That's what people do. All right? Because there's a danger there. You just clear off. I mean, you see sometimes when the police are clearing the place because of a danger, people are probably just saying, "Go away, go away, go away." That's what they do. So clear off. That's what you do. Okay. So you can imagine how I'm doing everything here, shaking my hand. Okay, that's it. So this is about the fear, understanding what's going on as fear. The fear sometimes can make traders being frozen, so they don't know what to do. So instead of closing the trade, reducing their losses, they can. So after it's like a drug, isn't it? So they are to a certain degree they are like a paralyzed. They are frozen. They can't make a rational decision because of the fear. Either somebody next to them can take over rationally, or they need to control it. Press that button certain way, shut it down, walk away, stand up. Okay, that's it. Stand up, go away from the computer, shut it down. That's it. Or shut the software down. Don't go back to it. You see? But in this tutorial, I want to help you to understand more, the fear and how to control the fear as a technical trader. This is it. All right. So I'm going to go first to, we're going to concentrate a bit, not on the word of fear, because I've been talking about the fear for a while now. We're going to concentrate on the control. We want to control the fear, isn't it? So how do you control something? This is it. Very important question. How do you control something? Well, if you take a car, how do you control the car? You will start the car, you will move the car from A to B, and you will stop the car. So that's a good example of control, to be able to start, to move, and to stop it. If you find yourself that you cannot start it, you cannot move it or change it, move mean changes, or stop it, you are not controlling it. So three stages: to start, to change or to move it, and to stop it. So this is it. So you enter the trade, you can make a decision to stop it. You enter the trade, you can make a decision to change it, which means you can move, you can reduce your loss. This is about controlling. Now, if you want to control the fear, you want to understand first what it means by control the fear. So you can ask a simple question: who has started the fear? That's a very simple question. Who has started the fear? Or what has caused the fear? Is it previous losses? Is it a dramatization? Am I speaking French or English? Am I dramatizing past losses today? Is it a reaction? There's an action and reaction. Is it a reaction of previous losses? Is the mind giving me, putting that fear in me to tell me that, look, you have almost wiped out your account. You have almost wasted your children money. Okay. All right. And how far will you push it? Are you willing to go with the last, okay, 20%? So this is it. Who has started the fear? What is the cause of the fear? This is the starting point. Identify the cause, okay, and how the fear has started. That's the first step to control the fear. Okay. The next step, which means to move or to change the fear, is there anything you can do to control the fear? Meaning that to change the start of the fear or to move it in a different way, to shape it. Or you can shut the computer down. You can walk away. You can ask somebody else to take your place. You can ask for help. All right? You can take a pause. You can take a break. You can stop trading a financial instrument that is making you lose. So I remember this is a true story, though. I can remember. I can tell you that first I was when I start trading. I only trade indices. I don't know why. I just trade indices because they move fast, isn't it? So, and then on one day I was trading. I don't even know anything about forex that time. This is a true story. Then I'm going through my accounts, okay, and then I saw Euro USD. All right. Then I click on it and I trade it. I just place it. And then it was a profitable trade. And then I take another trade, it was profitable trade. And I say, what's this one? Then that's when I start learning more about currency. And this is a true story. Believe me, this is a true story. All right. So then I stopped trading. I stopped trading in this. I mean, I trade them from time, but I become really, really forex trader. But I can tell you, I lost more money trading currency than indices. So, talking about controlling the fear can be a decision that you may trade another financial, you may a financial instrument or stop trading another one, and so on and so on. This is about okay, move or change it. You can ask another question. So, how do you stop the fear? So, to stop the fear, you have to know how you started it. Yes or no? To stop a car, you should know how you started. You started the car. If you don't know how you started the car, you will know how to stop it. All right. So the control of the fear means that you want to understand the start of the fear and how the fear is developing, changing, and what you can do to change it also. And most importantly, to stop the fear, you want to go back again how it has started, and then from there, you understand how to stop it. So I have here this drawing on my screen here. This is a bottle, all right? How do you control a bottle of glass? So I give you a bottle of glass and I say, well, can you control this bottle of glass now? Demonstrate how to control this bottle. So one example to control a glass is to hold it steadily so it doesn't fall and smash on the ground. Yes or no? So you are holding it safely. All right. So another demonstration of controlling a bottle, for instance, can be to open the bottle. That's it. I open it now. And we drink into it, and then we may decide to close it down because it's a wine. So if I can open that bottle, removing the cork of my wine bottle, and then that's a control. I can open the bottle, but not only that, I can also close the bottle. So I can say that I can control this bottle to a certain degree. At the same time, I should be able to handle the bottle in a way that it cannot, okay, crash down. So the reason why I choose this example illustrates very much what we are doing as a traders. We are entering the trade, we are exiting the trade, okay? We are moving stop loss, okay? We are setting stop loss, we are buying with limit orders, we are exiting the trade using limit order to exit the trade. This is about open and close. Those activities are going on. But at the same time, we are controlling the risk, which means we don't want the bottle to come to the ground and crash, meaning that we don't want to wipe out our trading accounts, meaning that we want to adhere to the 5% money management rule, meaning that we can stop trading if it's not working well, meaning that if the market environment doesn't help us, it's not suitable or viable for us, we can abstain from trading. All right, it's all this we are talking about controlling, okay, the fear. So, in order to control the fear, you want to be able to open the fear and close it. You want to be able to move the fear, okay, from A to B. It means that all this I'm saying, blah, 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 start, close, control, blah, 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 about the fear, knowing the root of the fear, all right, the cause and the start of the fear, where is it coming from? How far, okay, is the fear now? How much fear can you handle, okay? What you should do to stop it, go away, shut the computer down, and so on. All right. All I'm saying to you, giving you this illustration of the bottle, close, shut, and handle, it all comes down to one word only, which is understanding. That's it. Understanding the fear. So the understanding can be also compared to okay making peace with that fear. All right. How can you make peace with fear, George? You're talking nonsense now, George. Well, it means that acknowledge that you are afraid. That's it. So you are afraid. Somebody asks you, "Are you afraid?" I said, "No, I'm not afraid." Are you afraid? So you are not making peace with the fear. You are still fighting the fear, though you are afraid. The fear is holding your hand, your arm, your leg, and you are still saying that you are not afraid. You are not making peace with the fear. So the first thing to understand the fear is to acknowledge that, whew, it's getting too much now. I'm really, really afraid. Okay. So understanding the fear is first to acknowledge that you are afraid. Understanding the fear is to understand also that if you are afraid, you are likely to make irrational technical trading decision. That's for sure. So you're making peace with the fear. You say, I'm afraid now. Okay, you say, all right, I'm afraid. All right, then you say, all right, if I'm afraid, then I'm likely to make irrational decision. I'll do all kind of crazy thing, emotional, blah blah blah, and I may end up losing bigger amount of money. And when I look back, I will be wondering how I made those stupid decisions because when you are irrational, you are to a certain degree almost crazy. You do things. It's like somebody who is drunk, all right, beating his wife or his children all over the place. He's not normal. He's drunk. That's why he's doing all kind of crazy things. And then when the alcohol effect is gone, that person may say sorry to his wife, go and buy flour, apologize to everybody, even go to church to ask for forgiveness, confess his sin, and swear that he will never do that again, and so on and so on, because he was drunk. The same thing when people are afraid or they are irrational, due to many things that we already explained, the cause of the fear, previous losses, consistent losing trade, or not having enough luck, and so on and so on. Price always, this is something that will affect trade. Price, you enter the trade. Have you ever experienced that in your life? You enter the trade, price goes down, beep, 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 hit your stop loss. You buy it though, you bought it here, you went, beep, 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 exactly your stop loss, take you out, and then now it goes up. Okay, you say, what's that? It make you really angry, yes or no? So you say, all right, enter again somewhere gently, carefully. Again, boom, 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 boom. You come again, hit your stop loss, and then here it is, going up again. You say, am I the unluckiest trader in the world? And those things will affect our traders. Right? Those things will affect traders. This is what we are talking about now. So making peace with the fear, acknowledge that you are afraid. Next thing, understand that the fear can cause you to make irrational decisions. Okay, the third step to understand the fear is that in order to control the fear, here it is, the bottle. You can open it or you can close it and so on. You want to handle it so that it doesn't come down crashing. meaning that you don't want to dwell in that state of fear and crash your trading account completely, make all kind of decisions just because of that moment of fear, which is normal for every trader. It will happen for every trader to be afraid one way or another. Okay, so you don't want to make that moment alone. All right. Or for instance, somebody said to you, you're not very bright. You're not going to hang on to that phrase, you're not very bright, and make it a big deal all your life. That's it. You should look back and say, all right, move on. That's it. So now you are afraid, you are likely to make irrational decision, you are likely to crash or wipe out your trading account. Therefore, you need to gain a bit of rationality. Can we say that? Meaning that you need to take steps to start controlling that fear. Meaning, one step means that, like I said, look for the power button and just with your thumb hardly press it till it stops. Or as you are sitting there thinking to take another train, do all kind of okay tricks, right? Or double down, you can stand up, all right? So you were sitting before, just stand up, go away, take a pause, take a break, all right? Or if you push it too far, all right? So a person who understands that I'm afraid, I'm likely to make irrational decision, but who does not have the strength to, okay? So you see, I don't know what to do, blah, blah, blah. Talk to somebody or ask for help. If somebody can help you, ask for help, all right? Ask for help, okay? Ask for help, okay? So I think I said enough now. Isn't it? That's what we can say about how to we're talking about 21 minutes or so. So to control the fear is that you should be able to start the fear, all right? Knowing the cause and the origin, what is causing the fear, to understand that first, all right? And then what is the intensity of that fear right now, all right? Okay? And can you move the fear? Can you change something that can make you feel a little bit better? Okay? Can you reduce your, can you move your stop loss? It's something you can do that can, okay? Meaning that changing the fear a little bit. This is a change. Start a car, move from A to B, meaning that change. Can you do something to change rationally, a little bit rational? Understand that you are afraid, you are likely to make irrational decisions. Now, that's not a good state for a technical trader. All right. If you are a strong person, well, are you a strong person? All right. Okay. Just decided not to do it. It's like I was trading the dollar Swiss franc, and this is a funny currency pair. And one day I make a decision never to trade it again. I just make that my mind up. I say I will never again trade a shitty currency pair. Can we use that word on you too, or am I supposed to trade it? So that's it. And I never tried it before. I've never tried it again. I just made that decision. Conscious. I said, I'm not trading that financial instrument again, ever again. I don't. I don't. I don't even recall video about it. If anyone asked me to, uh, no, no, no. That was it was not the dollar Swiss franc. It was the euro Swiss franc. Euro Swiss franc. You want to see it? Hold on a second. Uh, all right. So I don't trade it anymore. So it can be a decision that you make. So when you are afraid, it's time to make decision. But because you are irrational, okay, here you see that's the Euro Swiss one. I don't trade it at all. Look what I did here. You kind of crazy thing, messy. Oh, okay, now you see now. All right. So when you are afraid, it's time to make decision because you want to. So what is happening? People are afraid. So they know they are afraid. They have that fear growing through their leg, their belly, all over the place. Their hand is shaking and so on. But then they want to control it. But because, all right, how can you control something that is controlling you? This is what you want to understand. So you are afraid from the head to the toe, and now you want to control it. Who is controlling who? The fear is controlling you. So you have to wait until the effect of the fear. It's like alcohol, isn't it? So some people, when they are drunk, they know they are drunk, and they stop drinking and they start walking gently. And they know that they need to be more carefully now. and they will ask somebody to drive them home because they are conscious that now they are drunk and they need to be very careful, you see. But some people, they are drunk and they do more dangerous things. Everybody worry for them. They go near the swimming pool, they drink all kind of blah, blah, blah. They play with glasses, and people, everybody's so afraid. Is they try to run. So this is it. All right. So you want to control the fear. That's where people get into trouble. They want to make decisions. All right. They want to make decisions when they are not in a state of making decisions. They are controlled by the fear and they want to control the fear by making decisions. So the best approach to wait until the fear is completely gone, has evaporated like a water, right? Before taking control. When you become really rational, you will be able to make a rational decision. When one is afraid, one is to a certain degree irrational. The fear can take hold of a trader even for months. Some people even give up trading because they can't go back. They can't go back. Especially those that are trading for the banks. They take huge losses and they see it's money, big money gone like that, and they say you are responsible for it. Or they make it stupid. They see everybody say it's you, and they don't shout at you, but you know that you are responsible for it. In London, there was a trader who jumped through the window. I mean, no one says in the paper why that trader jumped through the window in the city. No one says, but you can imagine why a trader should come to work and jump through the window. The management will know why, probably. The management will know why. So this is what we are talking about. Control the fear. Right? First, make peace with the fear. Understand that you are afraid. Next, understand that you are likely to make irrational decisions. Okay. Next step, make decision, go away, shut the computer down, or if you can't make decision, ask for help. That's it. So this we conclude our discussion today about how to control fear as a technical trader. To control something, one should be able to start, to change, or to move and to stop the thing. All right? This is it. Are you able to start, to, to move and change the fear and stop it? If not, you are not controlling it. You need help or you need to run away. All right. So somebody is bigger than you, want to fight you. You can't fight it. You know that you can't fight it, yes or no. But you do. You have two legs. What do you do? You run big time. You can quote me on Twitter or Facebook and say run. Run very, very, very fast. And people will be saying you ran away. Yes, you did because you know that you can't challenge it. The same thing you can do sometimes with the fear, shut the computer down and just go away. Or, like I said to you, you can just say to the euro system, I will never trade that nonsense again. Sometimes traders are trading some financial instrument that they love to trade, but the financial instrument is never smiling to them, and they keep trading them. I say to those traders, look for something better. Okay, look for something better. Or if you think that the financial instrument that are moving too fast is not for you, well, look for some financial instrument. Somebody that is trading, for instance, the Dow Jones that is moving faster. Some those of the traders they say, I can't trade, I can't handle that. How, George, can you say that you love Dow Jones? So those traders may say, I'll trade instead next 100, which is okay. It's not fast like okay Dow Jones. Okay, so those are the things traders are working with to make things work in a financial market. Right? It may be a decision that you may make, or another thing that I may say to you before we wrap it down. You are a trader, technical trader, okay? So you are swing trading, for instance, okay? And all the time they take you out, and then later on the price went up, okay? So you see that quite often. You know that it's going to go out, okay? You buy, okay? 2 days later they took you out, and then following week it goes up. It's time for you to have a portfolio account. Go to the bank, open, okay, a portfolio account where you buy, okay, a stock, a hold for a few weeks. That's it. You have it there. It goes up and down during all his things. Maybe you have to hold it for 2 months or 1 month, all right, or 2 months or 3 months. Is that for you as a swing trader? Those are the things, all right? How much can you afford to buy those things? So you just keep going slowly and make a decision. How much are you looking out of each stock that you buy and hold? You may decide, okay? Is it $100? Is it $200? Is it $500? Is it $1,000? So you want to find those good opportunities. You are a very good swing trader, but you are just unlucky. Or the time they take you off first, and a few days later it goes out for some time. Well, how a portfolio trading account. So this is about making decision that can put a bit of smile back into your face. So when we are winning, we are not afraid, That's where people waste money. So the opposite of the fear is euphoria. So people so this is another thing you need to watch. So last week, people make a lot of money, all right? They trading like God, all right? They make every decision smooth. One, two, three. Yes, it goes up. They apply every rule, every strategy. All right? They say, George, you are the top man in the whole world. Or people say, wow, I can't believe it. In 3 months, I'm trading like a pro, which is normal, okay? Well, so you're doing your best. So you get to a point where you have that euphoria. You think that you are invincible. And suddenly you start losing. Not only you are losing, they almost wipe out your account. What's going to happen? What will happen is this. I can tell you that because this is very important. So you went up first, you make a lot of money up like this, okay? All right. This is what's happening to a lot of people that get into the financial market trading Bitcoin. I'm not talking about people that are trading Bitcoin. I'm talking about people that were buying Bitcoin and hold. All right, this is what I'm talking about. So those people, it was going on. People call this get to this state of euphoria. And what will usually happen is you have a euphoria like this, and now suddenly people have 50% of their gain wipe out. It creates fear. This is what we are saying. Now, if you go below that 50%, that's why we say to trade that 50% Fibonacci retracement. It's a psychological price level. So people have their trading account open, all right? If they putting them under pressure and suddenly they see that, oh, it's coming in half of my trading, my or initial trading account, the fear start coming in. And if it goes below that, the fear will start increasing. Okay, this is what's going on now. All right. So the 50% is the level that people are watching. All right. So the general rule is that never play in the financial market more than 5% of your wealth. How much if we calculate your asset, we reduce, okay, the liability, the loan, and everything. How much are you worth today? All right, you use 5% of that to play with in the financial market, and now when you are playing with that in the financial market, all right, you apply again the 5% money management rule for your trading account. But if you want to trade sector by sector, they say 20% of your trading account, you can invest more than 20% of your trading fund in one sector. All right, this is why we are talking about. So taking into consideration the euphoria can lead to fear also. So it's not all about trader losing for some time and then the fear will kick in. It can also be that trader has been trading very well before and he reached a stage of euphoria and now the person becomes a little bit careless or a bit unlucky also, and then things start coming down to the 50% level. Now, the fear will kick in near the 50% level. If you give back 50% of your gain, you start getting a little bit afraid because you don't want to lose the other half. And now, if you are not careful, as the fear take control of the person, if the person doesn't control it, as we are discussing it now, the person may end up losing everything. So the cycle will start again, and so on and so on. And that fear sometimes can take hold of the person. The person may run away from the stock market, but that fear may catch up with that person. Even professional traders sometimes have to go for therapy. You need to talk to somebody for counseling, and they can help you out. I'm not saying to everybody to go for counseling. It can be yourself, all right? Making a decision and knowing that, all right, I am drunk, I need to be careful, I need help, somebody needs to drive me home. That's the whole point of this long tutorial. So if you have any question, suggestion, or blah, 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 feel free to put in the comment section. And in due course, I will be recording another video to answer your specific question. All right. So if this video has been truly useful to you, please let us know by giving us a thumbs up. If you dislike it, be sure to mark the video down. If this is okay, an essential tutorial, feel free to share with your friend on the social media. All right. Be sure to subscribe to our channel today. Our channel is George Trio. George Trio. Be sure to click on the notification bell so anytime we record a new video, you will be the first person to be notified. All right. Until the next time, enjoy yourself and be very happy. We are the TSTWSYS008 traders talking about how to control fear as a technical trader. So you are saying, George, I can sense in your voice that you are also afraid. George, are you afraid or not? No, I'm not afraid. All right. So are you sure you're not afraid? No, I'm not afraid. Okay. Thank you for watching, and I will speak to you soon. Happy trading to you all.